All right, so follow up to the meeting. That was a good meeting with Larry. Recoil. So it looks like they want me to do the, if they can, they want to get away from Amazon, just because Amazon is expensive. Like, they charge you for everything. And if you don't have something unique on there, it just, it's so flooded with, people. Basically, it's like a version of Wish on there, where China just sells one little tiny part, and then really they make their money on the shipping, not on the shipping charge, not on the Amazon. Amazon ends up breaking even or even taking a loss. So Larry showed me some numbers from Amazon, and it was really surprising about how much they take a loss on. And I was like, dude, you really need to get into stuff with a better margin. And so he's I think he's sold more now on the cone idea, which is fine, which I'm glad for, because it's, number one, it's good for me because that gives me wholesale access to those cones that you guys like, and really it helps me fulfill the dream of MAC, the modular audio concepts and kinetics. So because I would love to have an interactive website where you can do 3D spinning of the woofer, so you can see all different sides of it, and you can choose your boot, you can choose your motor, you can choose your frame and your coil, and then your cone stitch color if you don't want stitch, and you would have a visual representation of it, because we just mock up every combination and then take a picture of it in 3D, and then you can pick it, and then what's great is then you can ship it to anybody you want. So then you become a reseller. So it'll be underground, but it'll be very, very interactive for you guys. Of course, that is, years down the road, just because it's just, I'm poor. Somebody else was asking about, you're like, when I was talking about surplus, and the reason why I talk about surplus is because I have no money. And when I say no money, what I'm really talking about is the kind of investment that some of these brands have. Like, they'll get, what was his name? The guy that did Wolfram. That was not his money. That was like his mom's money, or his whatever, grandfather's or something like that. CT Sounds, same thing. I think that was like a grandfather, or, some sort of family member or whatever. Sometimes it's an inheritance, and what's funny is, if you don't manage it right, it can be like a big loss. You're better off just putting like 60, 100 grand into like Tesla or something like that. And if you want to look at great stocks, stocks are great especially if you're going to just invest and leave it, and you got a big chunk of money you don't need to use, and you don't really want to think about it. That's what stocks are really great for. But if you're like a day trader or something like that, dude, it's hard and it's dangerous, and I've seen a lot of people lose a lot of money, especially when you get into options tradings and all that kind of stuff. So, but anyways, like Robert Kiyosaki says, everything's risky. You just got to do your best to mitigate your risks by education and know what the fuck you're doing. So, but as far as on my end, what we're going to do is there's an import company that they want to start, and they're going to have me be the face, not the face of it, but just sort of the distribution point. So, which is kind of like what I was doing for Sundown for a couple of years, where I was like a repair center for them. And so I'm going to run the returns and also some of the daily shipping. And so basically we're going to split that first project of the ribbed cones and then see how it goes. And we're going to do 10s, 12s, and 15s with 8 colors. And then I even asked him, I was like, can we order 1,100 of each and get it with no stitch? And so Larry's going to go ahead and make up a business plan, so that way it's official, and then they're going to put it on the books and all that kind of stuff. So that way everybody knows from the start how much money they're going to make, how much they're owed, and all that kind of stuff. So, and for me, it's going to allow me to get back into the mail order parts thing with having like a real website. What we're probably going to do is jumpstart it on eBay, because there's sometimes for eBay it's convenience, especially if you have a small inventory of something. And really the idea of going on eBay is to then get you to go to, the website to do it direct. Even if, you probably save like a penny or whatever, but for us, it makes us way more money because we don't have to pay those stupid fees. So at my height, I was paying like $600 a month in eBay fees, and that was not including PayPal fees. That was another thing is, a lot of people ask me, do you take Zelle or do you take PayPal? And no, I don't, because number one, those places charge fees. Number two, typically it's Nazi money. Not a fan of Nazi money. Three, one of the things that I found when I was trying to sell on Amazon was there's a lot of people that are just like picky bitches, and they will send stuff back. And sometimes they would send it back, damaged or whatever, and then it's like I have to take a loss on that. And that's why typically you don't find a lot of the great selection on Amazon, just because it has to be something that I get for next to nothing, I make a huge margin on, and is light, and I don't mind Amazon shipping it for me. So, and that ends up narrowing, your product, array very small. It's a quick way to make your market very small. And so then you go, well, why the fuck are we going to Amazon anyway? So that's why we're going to do the direct thing, and eventually we'll have a website. And basically what I'm going to do is Larry's giving me the tools to sort of do my projects in a bigger way, and he's going to make some money at the same time, which is what you should do when you're attracting investors. So, but a Volt. Is that a Volt? Yeah. I really like that Volt car right there. I just wish they made a diesel version. That would be really badass. I have the dream of having like a fleet of trucks like that where they're all electric, and then they use a diesel backup, and then they have like a roof rack, for like PVC or a ladder or something like that, and then the roof rack either would double or just would be up there. It'd be like a fan with solar blades, solar panels as like fingers on on petals like on a flower, and you could maneuver it so that it would also act as a sunshade for you if you had to do some outside work or something like that. So that's another idea, but whatever. That was the thing is, if you don't need anything and you're like, I don't need any stuff, but I still want to give Patrick a hug, give me a hug with the $5 you make when you sign up for Square. So one of the things I like about Square is that it's just like a cash deal. Like when you send it, that's it, and you have to rely on me being a honest person, and so which I'm fine with. I have no problems with people trusting me, and I want to trust you, and that's one of the reasons why we can't use Square anymore. This guy Steve that was using me for storage, the first month that he paid with a credit card, and then ended up doing a chargeback and got all that money back. So, but I'm going to go to court with him on the 7th, not about that, but about some other bullshit. So, and I feel like I'm going to mop the floor with him, which is fine because he's just a gross. Ugh. Anyways, but just the garbage people from Walking Dead, fucking. Oh yeah, we gotta go to Powder Coat, so we gotta go to the Powder Coat place. But yeah, so the links that I put in like every video about how to sign up for Square, you get $5 when you sign up for Square, and when you send your first $15. So, and I get a kickback, which is very nice because I'm helping to establish the Square network. Or Cash App. Oh, sorry. Well, Cash App is owned by Square. So, which is Jack Dorsey, which also started Twitter. So anyways, Cash App. But when you sign up for that, and then the other thing was beware, sometimes when you sign up and you're already with a Nazi bank, they'll give you a fraudulent warning. And that's because the real fraudsters are Bank of America, Chase, and those guys, Wells Fargo. And so you got to get on the phone with them and tell them, no, this is not fraud. I'm just signing up, blah, blah, blah. And then you'll finally get to sign up. They're the ones that want you to use Zelle because that's how they make money. They don't want you to use PayPal because PayPal is another entity all together. So, but I think that was it. I got to drop off, maybe pick up Rick, my powder coat guy. He's in bad shape. He's been super busy, and dude, talk about, I mean, bootstrap, man. This guy has really done, I don't want to say well, but I'm really like excited for him to do well. So even though he just wants to go do Baja stuff, but I'll talk to you more. You guys send me your questions for technical stuff. I don't mind talking about that either, especially if I'm driving or something like that. It's fine. I'm not real distracted. I can sit here and have a conversation like I do with Sherry. In fact, it's some of the best times. I can't wait till everything's autonomous, because I don't need to drive. Like, and I don't, you know, whatever. Let the fucking robots figure it out. Fuck, you know. I'm not like one of those guys that wants to take a nap. I'm, you know, maybe like jack off or something like that. That'd be fun. But I love you guys. Look at those clouds, fluffy clouds. I love you guys. I will talk to you later.